What's up everybody, Dazed here, and today we are going to be talking about the changes that we need to see in Dragon Ball Xenoverse 3. Today we're going to focus mainly on character creation. As you can see, I've got the screen pulled up here, and we're going to talk mostly about that. I'm going to try to go very in-depth on this and cover a lot of topics here, and the changes that I think we need changed. And also, let me know down in the comments what you think needs to be changed, what you agree with, and what you don't agree with what I say today. But before we get to that, I've seen comments where people are like, maybe we're not going to get Xenoverse 3. They're like, oh, we never got a Raging Blast 3, this and that. Guys, if you think we're not getting a Xenoverse 3, you're crazy. This is the best-selling Dragon Ball game of all time. And I'm gonna put that into perspective for you. Budokai Tenkaichi are the other really good selling series. Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2 has outsold the whole Budokai series, all 3 games. It has also outsold the whole Budokai Tenkaichi series, all 3 games. It's either outsold them or it's right there with all 3 of them from just Xenoverse 2. Now, when it comes to Raging Blast, people are like, oh, we never got that Raging Blast 3, and there's a very good reason for that. And that's pretty much it didn't sell. You know, Raging Blast 1 did okay. I think it did a little under 1 million. Raging Blast 2 only sold about 600,000 copies worldwide. Now, Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2 has sold over 6 million copies. I don't even know what the number's up to because they stopped updating it on the site I was looking at. Over 6 million copies on its own. We are getting a Dragon Ball Xenoverse 3. I'm sorry, you just don't throw away a franchise like this. This is their best moneymaker. Alright, so let's get into it. And the first thing we got to talk about is the different races that are in the game. And more importantly, the races that are not in the game. Now, what we have here would be good for like a PlayStation 3 type game, which is pretty much what we have. This is pretty much the Xenoverse 1 options with the added female Majin. But we need more than that in this game. Now, I'm going to list off some right here that are probably fairly common. But I'm talking like we need that Kai race. We need a demon race. An angel race would be pretty cool. An android race, a cell race. That'd be one I looked forward to the most. And then maybe something else. I don't know. Let me know down below what other races. Tuffle. But yeah, let me know down below what else you guys think should be a race in this game. There's probably a bunch that I'm missing. You know, I'm just going over probably the most obvious ones. But let us know what you think down below. Now it's going to be time to move on to the height and body type. Now, these options, in my opinion, are not enough for what we need to do in this game. Dragon Ball Xenoverse is a character creation game. The whole game is built around it. Yet we have the most pathetic options for a game that's based around character creation. I mean, there's just nothing here. Look at our height options. We have 4 options, and that is it. None of them are really, I mean, they're not special, and they're only just slightly smaller or bigger than the other ones. We need a wide variety of heights. You know, I'm talking anywhere from Kid Gohan all the way up to Broly. You know, we need these height options. You know, at least, I'd say at least 10 to 15, you know, of options that are somewhere in that range. Anywhere from, like I said, Kid Gohan all the way up to Broly. That's going to give us a lot of variety and a lot of uniqueness to our characters that we just don't have right now. Now, body type. This, I think, needs to be slightly changed. Body type should be weight. Now, I do like the way this works, with the middle being the balanced base stats for your character. And then if you go to the right, obviously, we're going to get our strike is going to do more, and our Ki Blast will do less. And if we go all the way to the left, our Ki Blast is going to do a little bit more, and our strikes are going to do a little bit less. I like the way that works. I think we need to keep it that way. But I also think we need a body type category, and what this is going to be is more like skinny, you know, average body type. A muscular body type, pretty much like we have on the character already. And then like more of like a Nappa Raccoon type, where it's big, but it's not that Broly big. And then, of course, we absolutely need that big Broly body type, man. Broly is like the Hulk of Dragon Ball Z, and we need to be able to make our characters just like that. But we also need a few more options, man. We need like a chubby type, a fat type, and like straight up obese type, man, to give us a lot of variety in what we can do with our characters. You know, the few options that we have are just not enough for this game. And then our weight, well, what I'm calling weight and what they call body type in Xenoverse 2, what that would do is exactly what it does here. It's just going to slightly alter the body type we choose, you know. Right in the middle, it'll be the average, the normal, and then you can go slightly skinnier or slightly thicker. I think that would be absolutely perfect for this game. Also, though, I think we need a skin type. And what I mean by this is, like, when you look at other games, and I'm talking WWE specifically, there are a lot of options for what you can do with your characters. And for skin type, what I'm thinking is, like, you know, what we have already is just like a young skin type. We need something that's old, you know, just some liver spots or something like that. I don't know. But we also need like a hairy skin type, you know, something like Hercule, and a couple other options, you know, just like that. Freckled, you know, whatever you can think of. But the most important, in my opinion, is going to be fur. Specifically, it's going to be like the Super Saiyan 4. You know, that way we can change the color on it. To me, that would be the coolest thing that they could do, because I don't know if we would get Super Saiyan 4 as a transformation. Obviously, Saiyans are already, there's already tons of them for it. So if they don't want to give us that transformation, give us the option to use that skin type on our character. And to me, that really would be awesome, to be able to change the color of that and all, and then put outfits on over that. It's something that we really do need in this game. Guys, let me know down below what you think of this for our created characters. Now, I know there's going to be some people, and I'm going to reference again the WWE games, because they allow you to do body morphing, and this allows you to alter pretty much any part of the body. Now, while this is cool, well, first of all, I don't think they'll do it in Dragon Ball because of the way it's already set up. And I don't think it would look right, man. People would be running around with characters that just look retarded. But give us a lot of options on that. But let me know what you guys think down below about that specifically. Now, the next thing I want to talk about is going to be hairstyles. Now, this one really bothers me. First of all, let's take that head-hair category and let's separate them. Hair and head should be its own thing. And I'll explain the head thing in just a second. Now, for the hair, I do like the generic options that we get. You know, some of them aren't bad. Some of them are pretty cool. But why don't I have access to all the other hairstyles in the game? You know, the cast characters in this game all have some unique hairstyles. Let us use them on our characters. Now, how this would be accomplished, I don't know. Maybe they don't want to give them to us right off the bat, and we've got to earn them through, like, the mentors or something like that. Perfectly fine with that. But we need more options, and those things are already in the game, so let us use them. Also, as far as hairstyles go, give us a Super Saiyan version for pretty much everything. Now, the more spiky hairstyles obviously aren't going to change much, you know, with a Super Saiyan. You know, slightly different, you know, if they can. But all the hairstyles should have their own unique one, and then if they do give us the cast character hairs, like Goku's hair should turn into Super Saiyan Goku's hair, you know. Vegeta, you know, it's not too much different, you know, maybe a little bit spikier in some spots, but let it show off like that. You know, in my opinion, that is something that we need, and something that's been missing since Xenoverse 1. Now, it might not have been the most applicable thing to do in Xenoverse 1, considering it was on, you know, old gen and current gen at that time, but I do think it is something that we need in the game, and something that everybody really wants in the game. Now, as far as the head, what I'm talking about here is pretty much just giving us different head sizes. Now, when we change our height right now, obviously our head gets a little bigger and smaller in comparison to the height, but I want different head sizes. And if you look at Krillin in the game, Krillin has a Kid Gohan type body with a Broly sized head. Man, I put him right next to Tien. His head was bigger than his. So that is something I think we need too. It'll help make our characters unique in this game. Now, as for everything else, your eyes, your pupils, nose, mouth, jaw, that's another thing that could be separated, although I don't know what you could really do with the mouth. So maybe that stays the same, and ears. But also, in my opinion, we need to add one more category. Well, a couple more categories. The first big one is going to be facial hair. Now, this should not be tied to the mouth, jaw. You know, give us a bunch of options on that, but let us add facial hair separately, man, because you don't always want exactly what that, you know, we get what, 2-3 options on that. We need more options, and it needs to be its own separate thing. Now, 2 other options I think we need is going to be makeup, you know, for things like if you're trying to make like a Chaozu type character, and other, which would be things like scars and stuff like that. You know, we want the ability to put scars on our character's face without it being an eye option or a mouth jaw option, again, just like with the facial hair. I want to be able to put those things on separately. Now, speaking of the eyes, pupils, you know, nose, ears, and even jawline, what I would like to see on here is pretty much what I talked about with the hair. Give us a way to unlock the characters in the game's facial features. You know, in fact, give us a template. Let's like I said, let's say we go through and we do our mentor missions. You know, we learn our moves from them, we max out friendship however they want to do it, and then we unlock the template for the character, so that if we come in and want to create a character, we could just pull up, you know, a Goku template or a Gogeta template, and then we can work from there. You know, we can alter things. You know, oh, I want maybe Gogeta's template, but I want to change the eyes to Nappa. You know, I want to change the hair to Raditz. You know, let us do that. Let us get these basic templates to create a character with, but also give us all the options for their eyes and stuff like that, because they are unique. And what we have for our eyes right now and pupils and all that are not exact matches to the characters in the game, and I want to be able to put on those features if I like them more. And they're already in the game, so let us use them. Now, with all this, I'm not saying to get rid of these generic, you know, hairstyles, eyes, and all like that. A lot of them are pretty cool. You know, I don't mind a lot of them. I use a lot of different ones. Keep those in there. In fact, let's double the amount of that stuff that we get, you know, for all characters. I'm talking, you know, the human Saiyans, you know, Majins, Namekians, Frieza races, and whatever other races they do. Give us more options for that. And I'll give an example right now. Namekians. You know, why can't I have a head size like Lord Slug? He's got a big head for a Namekian, but I can't do that with my character. So I want to be able to do that stuff. So give us a lot of generic options, and give us just some options that are already in the game on characters, you know, that were created for this game. I don't see why they can't do it. And, you know, being on next gen only, I hope if they put it on PlayStation 4 and Xbox One, that's going to be a bit disappointing. So give us all that stuff, you know, let us get them templates if we want them, but let us, most importantly, hairstyles, man. That if there's only one thing out of all this that they give us, you know, as far as like head hair and all, not body type and height, we need those options. Give us at least the hair, man, because what we have here is just not enough, and depending on wigs it's kind of bad, and it's kind of backwards in my opinion. And while I don't think we need to get rid of wigs, and I'll go into that on my next video because that's going to be more about accessories and clothing and stuff like that, we do need to be able to use these hairstyles normally on our character. Wigs would be like, I want to change his hair on one preset or something like that. Let me know down below what you guys think of that. Would you rather have the body morphing like WWE games and other games, or would this be good enough? Because in my opinion, this will give us a variety of things to use, and then everybody's not running around looking the same in this game anymore. So let us know down below. And the last thing I want to talk about in this video today is the color. Now, what we have for our color options is, I guess it's alright, but man, it is lacking the options. If they're not going to give us like a color wheel or like the sliders where you can affect the color and the brightness and all that stuff, then they need to at least double the color palette that we have in this game, because it's just not enough. There's a lot of colors that are on cast characters that we don't have access to, and they're already programmed in the game. Let us have all those colors. You know, there's no reason not to give them to us. But as far as color goes, that's my only options. Either give us some kind of custom color wheel or something like that, or you need to drastically increase the amount of colors that we have on the color palette that they're using right now. Guys, if there's anything I missed, let me know down below what changes you would make, and let's try and keep this to just the character creation part. We're going to get into other stuff in other videos, but let us know if there's something I missed, if there's something I said that you don't like, or if there's other ideas that you have that you think people should know about. You know, let us know down below. I always love to hear what you guys have to say about things like this. Well, that is going to wrap this video up, and if you do like the content I'm putting out, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video.